At the end of episode 2, Joe and Josephina met in the most unlikely way possible when she and her teammates were ambushed by the local terrorist group on their way and found themselves in a difficult situation. Josephina saved the day by flying her Apache helicopter, but she was furious because her own people had died and she blamed Joe for everything without knowing who she was or why she was there. They argued and got into a fistfight until the base camp leader had to step in and stop them. Joe called Josephina to her office and asked her about her uncle, and she revealed to him that she didn't have an uncle, The latter found it difficult to accept her story. After showing Josephina her home, Joe questioned her about her father's financial situation. Josephina was terrified and unsure of how to leave the office or what to do. Being a lioness was not Josephina's dream. She had heard tales of that squad and was aware of the dangers that came with it. Josephina was placed in a difficult situation when Joe asked her if she loved her country. Josephina knew what would happen if she said yes, and she knew what she would have to go through if she joined the Lioness program. Josephina didn't say yes outright, but I think her silence was enough for Joe to know that she was on board. Josephina knew deep down that her life was going to be completely upended, and I think that this time, Joe would make sure that she doesn't make the same mistake she did with Cruz in Season 1. In the following episodes of Lioness Season 2, we will learn whether Joe and Josephina are able to repair their relationship and move on from the bad start they had. At the dead of night, we begin Lioness Season 2 Episode 1 at a strange house. Armed soldiers invade the area before we can blink, murdering everyone they see, with the exception of a woman who escapes through the back door. She is then unjustly bundled in the back of a car after being tackled in a nearby field. Cut to Joe, who is attempting in vain to prepare breakfast for her children and husband. Joe discovers something terrible when Errol, Martin Donovan, proposes that they go to Waffle House instead. A U.S. congresswoman has been abducted and has vanished without a trace. She sighs because she is aware of what is coming. As expected, Joe is dragged into yet another top-secret CIA meeting to talk about Caitlin, Kidman, on the phone. Who might be responsible? Leading with the information that our congresswoman has a live tracker on her, indicating that she has crossed the Mexican border, is Edward Freeman. Though there is no concrete evidence, suspicions swiftly turn from Russia to China as the potential culprit behind the kidnapping. Who are they working with, or at least controlling? She is probably being held captive by the Mexican drug cartel Los Tigres, who are the ones on the ground. As it turns out, Joe is sent to the border with Kyle, Thad Luckenbill, the first agent to arrive at the congresswoman's residence. There, Cody, played by Sheridan himself, joins the two as an unexpected new crew member. Cody is in charge of this operation, and prior to her shipment, Joe received quite explicit instructions. Finding a target that will get them close to the cartel is her responsibility. A third team will search through anything they can uncover that will have collected intelligence, while a second team will assist them during the evacuation. Our convoy is soon traveling farther into the Mexican desert when they come upon three men who might be small-time cartel members. This isn't made clear, with Cody and Kyle taking them out while Joe acts as a distraction. After donning suits and boots, the crew departs to stop the cartel's truck.